Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's look, I did a very pinky look. I posted on all my social media last night which makeup look you guys would like to see, and I gave two different options, and most people said this pink look, and a lot of people actually did say this blue eyeshadow look that I did, so that will be the next look that I will do for you guys. So if you want to see how I got this pinky look, then please keep watching. So to start off, I am pinning my hair back with my Hot Tools professional clips, and while watching this I realized I really hate my hair when it's straight. And now I am sanitizing my hands to make sure no bacteria from my hands gets onto my face to prevent acne. And then I am going in with my Smashbox Anti-Redness Primer. I'm focusing on putting this mainly in my T-zones and then rubbing it throughout the rest of my face as well for a smooth application of foundation. And now I am going in with the L'Oreal Infallible foundation, and I picked this up today from the drugstore, so I wanted to test it out because all these beauty gurus have been raving about it, and I actually really did like it. I thought it was very comparable to the Estee Lauder Double Wear, so anyone looking for a great dupe, this one was great. It's been lasting me all day long, and it's very matte, and it really does cover up everything that you want covered, and it's very buildable foundation. So if you are looking for a good drugstore foundation, I highly recommend this one, and I'm using the shade Natural Beige, I believe. I'll link everything that I'm using in this video down below as usual, so you guys can check out everything I used in this video. Now I am getting into my acne coverage routine, and as always I am covering up my blemishes and anything else I want to cover up with my CoverGirl Invisible Concealer, and then I'm going on top of that and putting my Physicians Formula translucent powder. So I'm just gonna speed through this part since it's the same in all my videos, and I will link down below how I cover my acne if you want a more in-depth tutorial to look at. To set all the work that I had just done, I am using my favorite setting spray, which is the Urban Decay Deslick setting spray, and I'm fanning myself to make sure that it's all dry before I go in with my next steps. Next, I am going in with my Maybelline Master Conceal, and I'm just using this for my under eyes before I start doing my eye makeup. And I lately have been having problems with this concealer. It's been caking up on me throughout the day, so I just wanted to give it another chance, and I'm trying a different setting powder on top of it just to see if it's better, so I'll let you guys know in a later video if this worked out for me or not. But I really want this foundation or concealer to work, so I'm hoping for the best. And now I am going in with my Dream Lumi Maybelline stick, and this is just to give some extra brightness for my under eyes, so that is why I am putting that on top of the concealer that's already done. Now to set that under eye concealer, I am using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contouring Kit, and I am using the shade Banana. I'm not using my Rimmel London Stay Matte Powder, so this is a first for me, and I'm hoping that this makes the Maybelline concealer last all day and not get too cakey. So that is why I'm switching things up today and using this setting powder instead of my Stay Matte one. Now I am just putting on my favorite lip balm from Bath & Body Works, just to make sure that when I put my lipstick on at the end that my lips are not too dry. So this is the face look for now, and now I'm going to start doing my eyes. First I'm going to do my brows, and I'm using my NYX Microbrow Pencil, and I'm just doing my brows the same way that I always do. So I'm just brushing them out, then shading them in with the pencil and brushing them out again, and I just got my eyebrows waxed today, so this wasn't too difficult for today, but nothing's changed. I'm just doing the same old eyebrow routine. Next, I am gelling down my brows, and I know I go back and forth with two products. This one is the NYX Tinted Brow Gel, and then I also use my e.l.f. Clear Brow Gel quite often, so I just switch these two up. And then I'm brushing out my eyebrows with my Anastasia brow stick. Then I'm going in with a concealer and just lining my eyebrows just to make sure that they're more defined. Since I'm doing a more intense eye look than usual today, I just wanted to make sure my brows were defined and went well with the more intense eye look. And it's a lot easier to highlight your brows with a powder when there's concealer underneath the brows, so the powder sticks on it better. Now I'm going in with my NYX eyeshadow base and just putting this all over my lids to prime my eyeshadows and make it last a lot longer than it would without it. Now using my favorite brush, it is the BH Cosmetics crease brush. I am using Corduroy by MAC, and I'm just putting this in my crease as a good transition color for the rest of my eye look. Using that same brush, I am going into my BH Cosmetics First Edition eyeshadow palette, and I'm using a mix of two of the pink tones, and these are the matte tones, not the shimmery tones, and I am just blending this out into my crease the same as I did with the brown shade, but with this shade I am focusing more on the outer V just to emphasize that pink because I'm trying to go for a more pinky, summery eye look, so I didn't want the brown to stand out too much. It was just a good transition shade, which is why I used the brown in the first place. And as always, I am sanitizing in between my steps, and I have a cut on my finger and the sanitizer went into the cut, which is why you see me panicking because it hurts so bad. Now I'm going in with my L'Oreal Infallible eyeshadow, and this one is in the shade Always Pearly Pink, and I'm just putting this on my lid, and I'm using my finger because this comes out so much more pigmented when I use my finger over a brush, so I highly recommend using your fingers whenever using any of the L'Oreal Infallible shades. And there was too much fallout, so I decided to go grab a Kleenex and just put that under my eye. And I don't know when I will learn my lesson to do my eyes first, but I always forget to do that, so this is why I am putting that Kleenex there, because it was getting all over my cheek. Now going back in with that blending brush, I'm just blending out that crease. It's important that you do this after each step just because in this look I don't want any sharp edges, so it's important to keep blending and blending and blending. Next I'm going in with my favorite NYX products that you guys see me talk about all the time. It's the NYX Loose Pearl Powders, and I'm using my e.l.f. brush and my e.l.f. setting spray, and I'm just spraying that brush because it's a loose pigment. This makes it come out more pigmented and makes it more of a solidy shadow than how loose of a powder that it is. So I'm just putting the pink all over on top of where I put that L'Oreal Infallible just to make that pink show up really well and just give it a very shimmery, girly, pinky look. And then using the white pearl pigment, I am doing the same thing with the brush and the spraying to make sure it's more or less of a powder, and I'm just putting the white right in the center of the eye to highlight that center of the eye, and then I am putting it also in my tear ducts to highlight that area as well. And I just love a bright tear duct, so that's why it just looks super bright in this look. Now going back into my BH Cosmetics eyeshadow palette, I'm grabbing one of the white tones and I'm just using this to highlight my brow bone. Now going back to that blending brush, I'm grabbing that brown shade from MAC again, and I am focusing this time on the outer V just because I didn't want too much pink, so mixing the pink and the brown just made a perfect shade for that outer V that I was just really happy with. Now grabbing a straight edge, I am placing a line with my super skinny marker by NYX, and I'm just doing the line that starts off the wing in my liner. And I personally think that I'm terrible at wing liner, so I'm not going to try to talk this through and try to act like I know what I'm doing. So I will just speed through this so you guys can watch how I do it, and maybe one of you guys can leave a comment on some tips for wing liner so I can learn to be better at it, but I'm just going to speed right through this. Now I'm going in with my favorite lashes. They are the Demi Whispies by Ardell, and I don't think there's anything entertaining about watching me put my lashes on, so I'm going to speed through this process as well. And the mascara that you'll see me using is the L'Oreal Telescopic, just like I use in every other one of my videos. Now I am going into my lower lash line, and I'm using that Always Pearly Pink shade and focusing that on the inner corner of my lower lash line just because I like lighter, brighter colors closest to my tear ducts. And then using that Corduroy shade by MAC, I am focusing on the outer lower lash line. Now I am going in with the e.l.f. Lower Lash Mascara and just putting this on my lower lashes. Now I'm going to contour, and today to chisel out my cheekbones I'm using the Morphe M458 brush and the Anastasia Beverly Hills contouring kit. And to do under my cheekbones I like to use the shade Fawn because it has grayish tones in it, which is great for a deeper contour, which is perfect for right under that cheekbone. And then to bronze up the rest of my face, I use all three of the bottom row shades, which are all of the bronzing shades. And to do this today, I'm using the Morphe M105 brush. And when I say bronze up the rest of my face, I don't mean my entire face. You want to bronze up your cheekbones, the sides of your forehead, underneath your chin, and down your neck. If you do your whole entire face, you're not giving your face dimension, and contouring is giving your face dimension, so that is why I'm doing it in those places. And then going back in with that fawn shade, I am contouring my nose. Now it is time for blush, and I wanted to stick with the pinky tones, so I am using Rose by MAC. And this wasn't giving me the right shade that I wanted to go for today, so I'm adding Liminoso by Milani, which is my all-time favorite blush, and it has a natural highlight in it, which is why I'm not going to add a highlighter at the end. I just love Liminoso, and it's drugstore product, so I highly encourage going out and grabbing that. And then to set the whole entire look, I am going back in with my Urban Decay setting spray, and then going in with my NYX lip liner in the shade Nude Pink, which is my favorite lip color. And then I'm also going in with my favorite butter gloss in the shade Eclair to really give that pinky finish to this look. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and as usual, if you like this video, then please give it a thumbs up, and if you want to see more reviews and tutorials done by me, then please subscribe down below.